Welcome to my channel. Today I'm excited to share this exciting project of digital clock. I have this picture which is a sketch of what we're going to build today, and I have this outline of this. I'm going to transfer it into a code, and you're most welcome to join me. So here I'm going to use this table cloth.png picture here for the background of my project. So I've also done another project similar, and that is analog clock. The link is in the description below. You can check out and also see how it looks like. And today I'm looking at this one here for digital clock. So without wasting time, let's open this with a live server. And these two files, they are absolutely empty. So I've just linked the CSS with some comments here for our styling. And then let's dive in, and we start with container, which is going to take out our picture, the background. So I can call it background container. So to make it simple, let's style them one by one. So let me select this and take it to our style sheet for styling. In this div, I will paste it here and then give some styles. But before we continue giving these styles here, let us make some general reset. So let's have the general reset of all the selector, margin 0, padding 0, box sizing, border box. And by the way, I'm using here prettier to format this code automatically. So we also need some styles for body, for the body section. I want to display it flex, then justify content center and align the item also to the center. And then here the images that we're going to display. So in the images here, we need it to occupy the width of the container in which it is placed to be 100%, and the rest will come later as we continue with our styling. As we open here, there's still nothing because I'm not really given something here, but as we continue with styling, we'll see the project running. So let's go on and start with our styles here. I would like to give dimensions for the container for our background. Now I will give a width of 1000 pixels and height of 900 pixels. And then for us to see, maybe we can give some color, background color. Now maybe let me use coral, then save it and see. When we expand this, we should be able to see the dimensions that we have already specified here. And let's now go ahead and do something, but for now I need it here. We said background image. So here, let me remove this off, and the image we're using is going to be our picture we had for the background. That is URL, and quickly it has been displayed there. So I will be building this thing here, the clock, as a 3D. Let's move on, and the next thing here should be the container, which is containing our clocks. Let's come to clock container here, and shall be giving styles around. Let's move on and give a div inside here. I will call it clock. So let's have its outline here. Now we also need to give some dimension. So background Okay, width is 400 pixel. Now the height is going to be the same, so then just duplicate this and write their height. And then for us to see it, we can give a background color. Now the background color I'm going to use for this is going to be hexadecimal A3, 3, A3. So that is the gray color we want to have. So for us to center this in the middle, let's go to the parent container, and the parent container for this is here. Now we can use a flex box so to display it flex, and add them to the center, and then just by content also center, so it is here perfectly centered. Now the next, from our clock here, I want to give it a border radius of 4 rem. Yeah, and then you also need to display some box shadow. Now using insert 30 pixel to the X and Y, then the blur effects will be 20 pixel, and the color I'm using RGBA of 237, so that is the color I'm giving. And then next, comma, I'm also giving another insert as also negative 30 pixel, and as you can see it's already appearing there. Now I'm going to use a black color, and this black color should be a little bit lighter, so I'm also using RGBA, and the first value here is 82, even here 82 and 82. So you can see our outline is out. Now I need some shadow behind here, between the mat and our clock, so that it looks realistic. So I will continue with the same shadow, and here I'm going to use it without insert value. So a shadow of 10 pixel to x-axis and also 10 pixel to y, with a blur effect of 30. Yeah, I think 30 can do pixel, and finally you can see it's coming up here nicely. Now the color I like is black, but this black should be a little light. I think I can go with complete black. It's not bad. So that, and also somewhere here I need to give some shadow, a lighter. We are seeing it here, but it's not much. So to come up with that, you can give it a comma and then use negative values. So negative 10 pixel, and also maybe 20. Yeah, let me try here. I don't like it to be much. And then the color should be black. The opacity should be a little lighter, so let me have some opacity around 0.3. Yeah, I think there is good. So we have the shadow there a little bit lighter. So remember, this video is going to be split into two parts. Part 1 is what we are doing right now, that is HTML and CSS, and part 2 will be JavaScript. Please try to subscribe and like this video for you to get the notification for the second video, and we are done with this outline. So the next thing is, when we look at our image here for the project, we are going to use a lot of divs here. What we have just done here is this, from here after there, and we're able to come up with this successfully. Now the next, I would like to get some container which will contain our screen, and our screen is classified into 3 parts. We have the main part here, and then another down part. So this one might need another div to contain them, so that is easy to display using Flexbox also. So let's go in and have this container, this letter container outside there to contain our screen. So with this, we can go back to our inside what we have just developed here, the clock. We can bring that one out and let's give it a class. We can say outer container. Now we can also style it. So let's copy it to the CSS. Now we come to this comment and we make it there. Now I will start with a width of around 70% of the width, which was 40 pixels. So we have here 70%. Now the height, I want it to be 55%. Now also need the same color. So we say background color, select this one. And since it's the same color, we cannot see it here, but now this part is overlapping. And to center this one in the middle, we can use also flexbox to the parent. And this time the parent container is this clock one here. So let's dive inside there and say for the display flex. I think let's make it up there. Display flex. Then let's find content to the center. So it has moved to the center horizontally. Make it move vertically. So align center. That, and we cannot see it because it has been merged inside here since it has the same color. Now for this we need to use some box shadow to distinguish it from the rest. So box shadow, so use inset, and I need to give a little bit of lighter shadow of around 5 pixels, also 5 pixels with around 10. We can see it appearing there. So 10 pixels as the blur, and I wanted it to come outside. So by that we need to give a color which is a little lighter, and this lighter color, let me use RGBA. Now I need 226. Yeah, we're able to see that, and we need to the other side down here. We need a little bit darker color, and we're going to use the same values there, but negative 5 pixel and 10 pixel. So we need a black color. Now this black color should not be completely black, but I'm going to use 89. We have it perfectly displayed there. Now the next, I need the rounded corners, so we use a border radius. Half of this one was 4 RAM. Let me have here 2 RAM. Great, so it's up displayed here. Now for now, it has been centered completely, and from our design here, we have this button here. Now for that case, after displaying this one here, all will be centered around. Now let's create that, and we continue styling. So inside this is going to be one of the civil. Let's create and say maybe light button. So we also need to style it. Copy it to the CSS. Now the light styling here for the button is down here. We can just bring it down here and paste it there. And one thing we need to notice here is we use flexbox for the parent, which is the clock, and we do not give it a direction. The flex direction should be column. Now let's go back here and do the same width to what we had here. It was 70%. Let's give it a background color. So let's use the same color here, and now we are able to see it. Let's do the same box shadow here and see how it looks like. I'm just copying and pasting it here. So after pasting, you should be able to see something. So let's first give it a height because there is no content in it. Now we can say 80 pixel for now, and after saving we're able to see it down here. Now I think that seems to be too much. Let's try 70 pixel, and we need to give a gap to the parent container here such that we will be able to have some this space between them. So let me try 0.3 gram. I think that is a little small. 0.6. I think that is not bad. So we're using that, and let's also give some rounded corners. So since this one is not big enough, we need to reduce the rounded corners a little. Border radius of around 2 pixels. That is too small. Let's use 1 gram. Yeah, it's not too bad. We can go ahead and insert something into this button. So we go insert here, and I'll use H1. So I can say light. Now for it to be in the center, we need to use flexbox again. Now let's copy this and paste it there. Uppercase. Good. Now we need to go to the body and also insert a different font type. This is the default one, which I don't like it. So to the body, we can say font family, and Arial can do. You can as well go to the internet and Google for font types that are very interesting and use it. For now, I'm comfortable with Arial, so we can see it there. So the container, which is the button here, we can do some styling, like maybe we display flex, and then an item center, just write content also to the center, and it's well perfectly placed there. Now the color, I don't like it to be completely black. To look a little more realistic, we can give some different color here, like 57. It's a nice lighter color that is a little bit gray, and it's matching with the background here. I think the clock is starting to look nice. It's taking its shape. I'm happy about it. So next, from our design again, we have something here. When you look at this one is a container which is taking up the screen, and in my plan I want to make this one here a sticker, and this sticker is going to have some golden color, and then inside there we'll display our screens that I've just pasted on it here. So to bring that sticker in, we need to bring a div. So this div will be inside our container, which is this one here. So we want to give our own styles there. Now, what is the dimension of this sticker we are trying to produce? I think let's give it a width, and this width is going to be around 85%. Let me try 85%. And then the height, for the purpose of seeing it, should also be 85%. See? Okay. So can we give it some background color? Now we can give the background color to what I desire to say. That is gold. Okay, golden dot. Yeah, it's coming up here. Now to that container, the outer container, we also want to use flexbox there so that we center it into middle. Display flex. align item to the center, and then horizontally justify content to the center. Correct. So we also need to give the rounded corners there. Now, where is it? To the golden sticker here. Let's have border radius. Yeah, great. So it's looking nicer. Now we're looking at these two screens here. The first one is this one up, which is the main one. And inside here we have some elements. We have this writing, time is money, and we have the main clock here where we have hour, minutes, and seconds. So let's first come up with this outline here, and that's going to be in terms of a div. And inside this golden div, we can now break this one here. Maybe I can say main screen, and let's style it immediately. So to our CSS, we need to look for main screen, comment and paste it here, and we give our styles. So the next, I want to give the width 90%, then a height, and let's say 100 pixel. Now let's give it some color, and that is the background color. As I like to take this color here for my screen. Great. So you're able to see it here nicely, looking like exactly a digital, a kind of traditional digital clocks or digital materials that you normally used to familiar with. And next, to also align this one here to the center, we need some flex box to the sticker, which is this one here. And let's have display flex, align item to the center, justify content center again, and that is it. Now for it to take its shape, to push it up here, we need the other screens down here, and we style them at a go. So let's get inside here and generate some div. So let me say subscreen. Now under this subscreen, we are going to have two things inside. Now I first wanted to display it such that we'll be able to see how to partition it into two. So from the same main screen, subscreen is down here. We can paste it and give some style. Now the width is going to be the same with what we had earlier on here. That was 90%. Then let's give it a height of, let's try 70 pixel, and then I need to give it a color or background color of coral. This is not going to appear there, and again here you need to give a direction such that this direction of the flex box is in a column form. So flex direction column, and perhaps the height for this is too much. Let's reduce it down to around 55%. Yeah, I think it looks nice. We give some gap here from the parent, and our parent is the sticker here. So gap. Yeah, I think I'm happy with this. So we need now the screen, the real screen that looks like this one here inside, because from our project here, or in our sketch, we have two. One is going to be holding the AM and PM here, and then this one is going to be for the date. So what we have done is just a div that contains all of them for easy display here. So we're going to create this one and the other one here inside this subscreen. Now I can use AM stroke maybe PM as the class name. Then so let me say date, and let me use H3. display something like AM, and see, good, it's appearing there already. Then on the date section, we need a value here representing the date, then the month, and the year. So these ones are going to be in terms of dips. Then finally, this one also need to position them in dips, such that everything will look superb. Doing so, let's get back to the VS Code and let me get something here, the digit, something like that. And after that, we need to give a separator. Now this separator, I need to have it also H3. Now / I need to have the same thing here for the month, digit. And then the separators will come in. And then finally, let's also have this one here. So we can call this one here year, digit. Now having done that, we only saw these separators because I'm not given anything to the other dips here. Now we can even go ahead and give here like random numbers. Maybe you can use the one we had here. Our date here, the hard coding values, the same, okay, 8th of December 2023. So let's move on and insert those values there. For the year, we have 2023. Then for the month, we have December. And I think let's put them in H3 also as well. We can have H3 for uniformity. So that is also 2023. We can even say 2024. Now for that case, we need a flex box around that color to separate this. So let's move on to the CSS and style it. So here we can say display. So they're side by side. Again, for this to be side by side, we need to display to the container where they are in. And what is the container? The container is this one. They are the siblings, so it is the date. So we can copy this again and make it a flex box. So here, let's say display flex, and already side by side there. Then specify content to the center, the same to the AM, which I have not selected yet. I think it's up here. What is the class? AM and PM, this one here. So let's select that, and since it is on top of the other one here of the date, we can put it here. So we also display flex, align item, center, then display content to the center. Now to each parent, we need to give a space between this. And the parent is this subscreen. So here, since it's a flex box again, we can say display content space between. And there we go. All these ones are in two sides now. So let's bring the same screen here to appear the same way. Now to do that, we go ahead and in this style, we give the same screen here with these dimensions. Now I have no idea which dimension I'm going to use, but we're just going to use I for measurement. Within AM and PM, and the background color is this one. This one is quite small. We need to expand it a little bit by giving some width. So we say width. What is that width going to be? And it's 550 pixels and see. Yeah, I think that is quite good. So let's go to the date section here and also do the same, giving some background color. Good. So we have to give some width again, and this width, let's try 160 pixels. That is too much. We increase a little bit to, can we say 36? Not really. 38. I would like this gap to be the same like what we have there. So trial and error method, 140. We're almost there. Yeah, this one's looking quite good. So for now, I don't need that color because I was just using it for positioning it. I just could turn it off, and that is that color. You just delete it away. And so classy. Now, I need these screens to look realistic with some border. It's like you can see some light shining here, and then we have some shadow casted down here. So if the light is shining here, there must be some small shadow casted up here and here in this side in all these three screens. So let's go and do something like that. So we can start from the main screen, which is up here, and we use a property of box shadow. Now I'm also using insert value, but this time I want to use smaller numbers. We don't need a big shadow to be casted there. Now we need to use a lighter black. Good, so we're able to see it here already. Now I think that black is okay, so I'll just say black, and it's already there. And then down here I need some white color to get the same reflection like what we had there. So we can separate it using comma, and we also use insert values, but this time the trick is we're using negative values. So we have -1 and then 2 also pixels as the, but we're going to use white color. So this 2 is the blur effect, and we can see right away we have the color there. You can even give it more to see it clearly, like maybe you can use 2. Yeah, so we're able to see it clearly there. Now, since this one receives the same dimension in the same surface, I need to have the same shadows here. So simply for the other 2, I just need to copy this, set rules, and paste it there. Something is not quite right. This one has matched up to up there. Okay, we don't need this one here. Let's just move it away. Gone. Great. So we are done with this. We're remaining with what is inside here, and that is our main screen. So let's get back to the index and see. Main screen is here, is empty. There's nothing I've given there. Let's have the other writing we had here, where it's saying time is money. This one here, but I think I'm not comfortable with capital letters. I'm going to use lower cases for writing this. So to continue with that, we can come back here, and I'm going to use paragraph, but these paragraphs will be inside a container, and I can just call it info, and inside this one I'll use paragraph, and just saying time is money. This will be popping up somewhere there. Now for this styling here, the pattern is going to be relative, but before that let's continue and first give the main clock and these digits here. So when I look around here, I need to use some div for this number, even this separator here, or these dots, then this one. So we're going to have 3 divs, 1, 2, and 3. So if that is done, then we need to have some spaces around here, meaning we need to have some div here, which is going to take them all. Then we have these separators. So let's go ahead and implement what we have just said, and here we can have div with a class of hour, and inside here let me use h2. Now in this h2 I'm giving some time, so we can say 11 or 10. Now yeah, it's popping up there. And then next we need the separator, and I'm going to hold the separators as dots because there are two things, let them be plural to make sense. So inside there I'm going to have some two dots, one dot, and I duplicate it to make the second dot, and we don't see them because we have not styled. So let's go ahead and style them before we forget. So let's go to the dots, copy it here, and then this is still within screen, so yeah, we're in the right comment, and give some width of 12 pixels, then height of 10 pixels. Let's see some background color to it, maybe also color pixels a little smaller. Let's give that yeah. For now they are vertically because we have not used flexbox yet. Let's go ahead and first of all insert the other one and use flexbox once. So out of this we need to give the next addition for minute now, minute div, and we use also h2, and you can say like that. Yeah, great. And next we use for second, and then now this time let me use h4. I need to be a little bit smaller, so we still can go with 45 maybe. And remember, these are hard holding values that we can change them in our JavaScript, and that is part 2. So remember to subscribe in order for you to get notified for part 2. Now let's move on to the parent, which is the main screen, and display them flex such that everything will be at the center. So we had it earlier on there, and that is the main. Yeah, here we can say display flex. Everything is stacked together, then just find content to the center, and then align item to the center. Yeah, great. But now the direction should be column, so flex direction should be column. Then this one we need to make them horizontally, so let's get back to our HTML and identify where they have been stored. So they have been stored in the info, right? Okay, let's create some div here to contain them so that we can make them horizontal. So we say clock digits maybe. I hope there's nothing like that before. Okay, so we copy this one. Okay, just let's cut it off. Then towards the end of the seconds we can paste it here, and let's try to save. Good. Now we are good to go. We can select that clock digit and make some styles. So inside here, clock digits, display flex, and you can see. Let's give it a background color to see what we're working with. Let's say red. Okay, this writing should be out. So let's move on here and we take out this div containing containing this out of that. So we paste it outside here. Yeah, perfect. Now we can go ahead and do our styling. So we don't need this color already, but it's okay, we can use it for styling. Now align item center to make it vertically, and we need enough space, so let's give it a width 160 pixels, around there, but that is also too much. Is like 32. Yeah, this is not bad. But then each of this needed to be given some dimension, so let's go ahead and we need to give that box something like background color of white. Now that is it, so we have to give it width 40 pixel. Now we also need to display those things exactly in the middle, so display flex, and item center, and then just file content to the center. Perfect. Can we use margin? Yeah, I think we can use margin to the right to be 5 pixels. Okay, so we can simply turn this one off, the color. Now let's move to the dots here, and where do we get these dots? From here we can select them and style them here. The parents is the dots, and the individual is just dot. Width of 7 pixels, then height of also 7 pixels, but then we have some color in that background, be black, and we need to display the parent here as a flex box. Should be column, and we also just file it to the align item to the center. Then can we give some gap of pixel? Yeah, so let's just file. Good, the thing's looking great. Now we need some margin to the right again. Margin right, 5 pixels. Good, so I think it's perfect. We can turn off its color as the background, and then the next thing here is we need to increase this digit here to something bigger a little. Now when you look at this 10 and 30, that is H2, so we can give style to H2. We target all those, can even do it down here. H2 selector and say font size. Now let's try 3 round. That is way too big. Can we try 2 round? I think it looks nice, though we need to increase the gap here to match it a little. Let's try some value like 8 pixels. Yeah, I think this one looks great. So next we need some space between these two and push this one a little down, and let's find out what is the name given to this. 45 is down here, that is second, so we can select that class and move into our CSS. We first give it a background color to see. We can use the white. So here, let's give it a width, and then margin to the left 5 pixels. Good. So also display it flex. And then justify content. I'm happy with it. So at the end of the day, I don't like this white background. Let me turn it off. Then I also don't like this red anymore. Let me turn it off. This one is looking good, and we need this writing to be a little off. So I would like to have this screen, the main screen, to have position of relative. And then this writing of the info here should be info. We do not have it yet, so let's copy this and style it on the main screen here, and we paste it there. So let's position with absolute. Now you can see it has been merged inside here. Now you can give it these properties, the 4 properties of top, bottom, left and right. So let's use top to like, let's say 4 pixel. So to push it 4 pixel up, maybe we push it a little down. So by increasing this value to around 6, it's not bad. And left, I need it to align with this writing a little. So let me use the value of the left, and let me try 30 pixel. And that is too little. You can increase it by 10 to 40. 48. Yeah, I think it's perfect. It's looking so great. I'm happy with it. Now, here we have come to the end of this project, but now before I go to the next part, what do you think if this golden part is removed? Let's turn off that golden color and look at this project like this without the golden color. This is how it looks like without the golden color or sticker. Now this is how it looks like with the sticker. So what do you think is your opinion of this golden color? Is it okay or bad? So put your comment below, and also I'm going to link the source code of this project in the description below. Please like this video, subscribe to get part 2 and other future videos. So thank you very much for supporting this channel. See you in the next part of this video. Goodbye.